Thank you, Jim. On behalf of all the high school coaches in Southwest Ohio, whenever you call Jim, whenever us little high school guys call Jim with a question, you knew you were going to get an answer. And I'm sure you had to deal with the phone calls at first and pass on. But, you know, some guys never call you back, but you always get an answer. And he's always giving back to the sport. And on behalf of your uncle, you probably don't. He probably lost a lot of money in the 220, which you should have won if Ohio State didn't have that goofy double finish line. Is my memory right? Yes. Should have won that one too. It's been an awesome night with these Hall of Fame inductees. To hear their story is so inspirational, even after all the years. We have a keynote speaker here tonight who is in that same vein. And those of you who have been coaching, you're going to know what I mean. Maybe the rest of you will too, but I couldn't have identified Pat Tyson with a search warrant before tonight, other than I'd heard of him. I mean, who hasn't? But after 15 minutes of talking with him, I've known him all my life. And you coaches know what I mean. The passion is like a blood transfusion when you talk to a guy like that. You can read his bio in the book, and it goes on, and I'm sure it just scratches the surface, but I don't want to say too much here. You're not here to talk to me, but the fibers that he can weave together. He was a roommate and a teammate of Steve Prefontaine at Oregon. For those of you who had trouble with geography, that's on the west side. So if you go to Oregon, you're a heck of a runner, by definition. So he's a heck of a runner. He was around for the birth of Nike and saw what was going on, the labor pains with that birth. He was known as the Pied Piper of coaches because he could get people to do things. But you know, getting them to do things is one thing. Then you got to know what to get them to do. And as a legendary high school coach, one of the most successful high school coaches ever, and always will be, he knew what to do when he got those guys. And he learned it from people, it's like the who's who. I mean, he has rubbed shoulders with and gotten great ideas from and shared developing thoughts with his high school coach, Dan Watson, the Oregon legends, Bill Dellinger and Bill Bowerman, guys like Joe Vigil and Joe Newton. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than those guys. That's the people he shares ideas with. Like I said, one of the most successful high school coaches in America, and this is a big old country. He's coached at Oregon. He's coached at the University of Kentucky. And for all you Xavier basketball fans, we now know how to pronounce it. He is at Gonzaga. When they play him in basketball, we'll know the right way to say it. And it's not Xavier playing Gonzaga, so we'll get it right this season. And I think Coach Tyson's going to come up here and weave a lot of these fibers together to give us one heck of a keynote speech. And we are so lucky to have a guy like him having dinner with us in the Ribs King. Coach Tyson.